If you're watching this video, you've likely expressed interest in launching your own fund, or you're looking to scale your investor business in a smarter, more efficient way. And before you get on a call, I want to walk you through exactly how Vanquish is different and why that matters to you. Because what we've built here, it's not just a white labeled platform. It's a complete re-engineering of how a fund can be structured from the ground up. Most people think they have to go the traditional route: feeder funds, custody arrangements, third-party legal teams, and manual onboarding. It's outdated, it's slow, and it creates barriers for both you and your investors. At Vanquish, we've simplified and streamlined the entire process. We've cut out the friction, the middlemen, and the unnecessary delays. Everything your investors need, from allocation to execution to tracking performance, lives inside a single branded platform that we build for you. It's fast, it's compliant, and most importantly, it's scalable. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a side-by-side breakdown of how the traditional fund setup works versus how we've reimagined it at Vanquish, so that by the time we speak, you'll already see why this is a smarter way to launch your fund. So let's get into it. So on the left here, I have the traditional fund setup, and then on the right, I have the Vanquish setup, or how we will set it up for you. And to begin with, I want to talk about the infrastructure. So the traditional route, the way you would normally be set up is you would have a US feeder fund, okay, normally based out of Delaware. You'd have your own bank account, and you would actually take custody of accredited investors' funds. So they have shown interest in wanting to invest in the trading strategies. So they would actually send the funds to you, and you would take custody of those funds. Now from there, you would then allocate these funds to a regulated asset manager or a master fund, okay? And the reason you do that is because they are the ones who have the regulations and the authority to actually do the trading activities and perform those trading activities. So you have to send the funds to them. And then the regulated asset manager would then have to, once again, allocate those funds into a regulated broker where the actual trading activities will take place. And then once it's actually in the broker, once again, it would have to be allocated into the specific trading strategy at that broker. So as you can see already, there's a lot of different touch points and processes that have to go in order for the funds to go from the accredited investor into the trading strategy. Okay, there's many steps that has to go, and you can see why it could get confusing and mistakes can potentially happen. Now on the right hand side, you can see what we have done at Vanquish, and I'll try and break it down to show you just how simple and streamlined it actually is. So what we will build for you when you come on board with us is a trading platform, okay? Now this could be implemented into your website that your investors, your accredited investors, can go to, create an account, log in, and actually see all of the different trading strategies that they can invest into, okay? They can come onto the platform and they can directly invest into each of these trading strategies, which are still going to be at a regulated broker, traded by the regulated asset manager. But because of the platform that we've integrated with, everything is done automatically. Everything is already plugged in, so that when your investors go and they want to invest, a unique trade script will automatically allocate those funds into the right trading strategy. So as you can see, it very much so simplifies the whole process, and it means that you do not actually have to take custody of your client's capital. The investors can just directly invest and deposit into the strategies. So there's a few other benefits to this. So with the traditional method, as you can see, there's multiple different touch points that needs to happen in order for the funds to get from the accredited investor into the strategy. it has to go multiple different times. So deposits and withdrawals. Normally in a traditional setup, you have quarterly or even yearly withdrawals, because when an accredited investor wants to withdraw, they have to let the US feeder fund know, which is yourself. You then have to let the regulated asset manager know, who has to actually go into the brokerage account and actually withdraw the funds. Whereas with what we've created and what you will have access to, because it's all done all automatically within the trading platform that will be built for you, investors can withdraw and deposit within 3 working days. Okay, so they deposit, by the time they deposit, it's in the trading account and trading within 3 working days. And if they want to withdraw, they can withdraw whenever they want, because it's all done automatically. There's no need to tell people to withdraw a certain amount. It's all done automatically, and they can withdraw and it will be back in their bank account within 3 working days. Another thing that is a huge benefit to this, which is very important, is the KYC, the subscriptions, the LPAs, the PPMs, that normally in the traditional fund setup, you would have to manually send to each accredited investor to sign, to do the KYC, to sign the PPMs and LPAs in order for you then to take custody of the funds. Whereas all of the PPMs, the LPAs, and the subscription agreements are all implemented automatically into the trading platform that you have access to. So when an investor comes on and they want to create an account on the platform, everything is done automatically. The KYC, if they want to then invest into a strategy, the PPM is sent to them. What this allows you to do is focus so much more on the capital raising and not have to deal with any of the operations that you would have to deal with on the traditional fund setup. Okay, so this is the difference between the traditional fund setup and how we've reimagined it. Here at Vanquish, we're very proud of what we've achieved, and if you have any more questions on this setup and the differences, feel free to reach out to one of the representatives and they'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.